At na, ang nangyari, problema, yung counter sa Diggy Feedstra, instead of guluhin niya yung farm ni Claude, sa early game, doon pa sa Claude napunta yung early gold, na meron pang gold talaga si Diggy pag namatay siya. So instead of helping, I think nakasampa pa yata yun para sa PSP, which is sayang. Again, it was a waste. Pero congratulations Sig Ultra for that 2-0 win last series. Now we're on to Game 3 naman.
Pero bago natin pag-usapan yung Series 3 dito, let's thank our sponsors first, our official tournament telco partner Squad Up, rank up, and keep up with your favorite teams as Smart powers up your game with free games for all. Get up to 14GB of Mobile Legends and Facebook Gaming 14GB for 7 days. Simply download the new GigaLife app and choose free games. Our official sponsor, Realme. For all your smartphone gaming needs, Realme has got you covered with the Realme 6 series with an ultra-smooth display, fast charging, and powerful processors. We also have our official sponsor, Gillette. Get free diamonds with purchase of Gillette's Mach 3 Razor, Vector 3 Razor, or Blue 3 Simple Force Pack, and select Pure Gold doors nationwide.
And our partner in esports, PayMaya, get 5% balikbayan when you purchase your gaming pins via PayMaya, the better way to pay. Promo runs until September 15. Partner in esports, TikTok. Search nyo din ang MLBB on TikTok Live for a chance to win some awesome prizes, and you can watch the live stream there as well. And our official gaming headset partner, Logitech G, here like a pro.
And of course, this is powered by Monton. And thank you, sponsors, for making this all possible. Now, pag-usapan natin ang crowd versus the crowd. For the longest time, ever since Obs Gaming, Zapno has been here, has been leading the squad, and ngayon, nag-sit out siya to be the sixth man. And to be honest, ang daming expectation for this team, but right now they're still uncrowned. For the other side naman, Mpl-Ph dito, they really have to make the most out of the season because they can build a dynasty.
That's right.
They do. Pero bago tayo dumiretso at pag-usapan natin yung mga teams, kilalanin muna natin ang side na Execration.
Katim ko pa lang sila Pakbet, sila Lard. Every time na may laro kami, hindi talaga kami nagpa-practice. Hindi namin alam kung paano kami. Dahil sa regular season. Parang naka-win streak pa yata ako sa regular season. Parang nagpa-flashback sa akin na parang nagagawa yung gano'n.
Laban namin sa Archangel, yun na ang pangalan namin, bomba na.
Sakto ng Java connection.
Playoffs namin yung season 3, yung natalo kami against Ownage. Ganun pala kasarap na natalo ka sa gusto mong gawin, parang gusto mong bumawi.
Yung every time na nananalo kami as a team. Sa ganong mga players, sa mga top teams na sa ganitong kalaking tournament.
Kahit sobrang lakas nila, gusto parang lagi nila matuloy.
The willingness and eagerness to learn for the side of Execration, yun yung main thing na tinitingnan dito ni Zapno. We have Etomax, Benny Cutie, Chaknu, Sagitnu, Hate, and Zapno. Yep, nga sinabi ko kanina. And
ang main thing naman na gusto ko makita dito is yung QR codes.
yeah, QR codes,
Scan
nandiyan
yun.
yan sa taas. Scan it and support your MPL teams, your favorite MPL teams. Kung hindi pa kayo naka-like, naka-follow, naka-subscribe sa kahit anumang social media platform.
What it is.
You know what it is. Support these players kasi, alam mo yun, they're the ones who are giving us the best matches and sila yung susumika para entertain tayo every week. So, For Execration right now, record, tatawagin sana kitang midnight ng ingay kasi ni midnight.
Kanina pa na mabasa eh.
Kaya pa nababasa eh. What do you think are the takeaways from the first time they met dito? Ngayon, magkikita uli sila on another setting, 10-band setup. Ano yung mga pwedeng ayusin na Execration dito to get the win this time around?
I think kailangan ayos na Execration is they need to get more comfort heroes on Chaknu. Kasi yun talaga eh. Yung factor na Chaknu gets unlocked, yun yung nagiging missing from the recent Execration games that I've seen. Otherwise, they are a perfect team. As long as Chaknu can get rolling. Minsan kasi pag napapwesto siyang magpopolin Koopa, for instance, it's hard. It's difficult for them. Pero once he gets onto those Kufra, onto the Atlas, it looks better. They look like they're on form. Everyone else follows. Ito Max, Benecutie, Hate can perform even better as long as Chaknu feels comfortable on the hero.
But, ako, yung tinignan ko talaga dito is you channel the Hate. Again, Hate has been, sabihin natin, rough yung kanyang performance through the past weeks. Pero right now, this is the time na pwede mo i-unleash si Hate ulit at magkaroon ulit ng significance yung mga games na ginagawa niya dito. But, we do have our other team, Mpl-Ph, na handang-handa magpakilala sa inyo ang mga OPA natin. Let's head to the video.
Ang mga tunay na OPA.
Memorable na sa MPL moments ko yung Season 4 Game 5 sa Oni. Close fight lang, tapos biglang lumamang yung Oni. Sinabihan po ako ni JP na pag namatay ako, matatalo kami.
Pinaka-memorable na moment ko is yung Season 4. Nangyari dun sa lahat ng plays na ginawa ko, gamer instinct talaga. So, nag-blackout talaga yung paningin ko. Tapos, yung gumana na lang talaga yung kamay ko, nag-uusa na siyang gumalaw. Hindi ko in-expect na sobrang mag-on point lahat nung ginawa ko.
Siguro yung pinaka-memorable na moment ko, ng NPL Season 3, nag-champion na kami nun. Tapos pagkababa ko sa stage, sinabit ko sa mami ko yung medal ko.
Ayun yung hindi ko pa nakikita sa ibang team kasi normally nakikita ko namin nag-aaway.
Nag-blackout yung paningin ni Kaplisha. Gumalaw yung, hindi niya alam kung ano nangyari. Yung kamay niya, gumalaw. Mpl-Ph dito with the roster lineup. Kaplisha, LVJ, Kilawash Green, JP, Renjo. Scan nyo itong QR code sa taas.
Matik.
May bago silang teaser video.
Please lang, panoorin nyo. Panoorin nyo.
Makikita nyo. JP, Kaplisha, ganun ka.
Mapapaganong ka na lang eh. Iba talaga eh. Basta you'll know what we're talking about. Visit that QR code for sure. You will not be sorry. And this is a team na I think yung sinabi naman ni Reflecia, ikaw naman grabe ka naman eh. Gamer instinct.
Gamer,
Ano yun? Flow state, kumbaga,
Yeah.
where talagang you're on autopilot, muscle memory na yung gumagana. Tapos yung brain mo, nag-iisip na lang ng mga posibilidad sa laro.
Yun yung mga bagay na hindi mo makokontrol eh. Parang yung tinatawag nating zone.
You're in the zone.
You're in the zone. Kapag ka nangyari yun sa'yo, you're going to have the best game of your life. And, luckily, it happened to him.
Tama yan.
Finals na nila. But this team is still looking as strong as ever. They are on the top of the leaderboards dito. And Mpl-Ph Execration, they are in the same group. So, right now, I think Execration is really, paano ba sabihin to? Gigil. Really gigil.
Oo. Gigil sila na kunin yung, syempre, ano ba, malapit lang naman yung score. Hindi pa ganun kalayo ang score ng Mpl-Ph.
But then again, Mpl-Ph, hindi nila hahayaang basta-basta mangyari yun. They have a lot of strats. And the first time these guys met, doon nagsimula ang Gigi strategy.
ang bangungot ng ating mga team.
Bangungot ng ating mga laro. Pero you know what? That is a really good series para sa akin na it could have gone both ways. Execration could have won it. The thing is, gumawa ng isang play sa Loyi dito si Raflesia, which caught out yung Harat ni Haig, and that really just gave the game or gave the series para sa side ng Mpl-Ph. But you know what, Execration dito, I'm pretty sure that they are very capable of going head-to-head or toe-to-toe with the former champion, with the back-to-back champions. So, Shinbu, ano sa palagay mo, kaya ba na Execration talagang makipag head-to-head dito sa back-to-back champions?
Oo naman, Butters. Kayang-kaya talaga. Maraming salamat sa insights ng ating mga casters, mga tol. And actually, thank you, Butters, for pointing it out. Hindi lang actually Diggy yung nagsimulang horror mula sa laban ng Aura and Execration. There was a very massive highlight play there mula doon sa Loyi. And I think, maybe you can correct me on this, pero I think yun lang yata yung Loyi pick ni Rafflesia for the whole regular season. And isang explosive play lang ang ginawa ni Rafflesia doon, and that allowed them to get the win on that series. Now, let's go into the team head-to-head here. Still very erratic, but look at that. Nakaka-recover na po. Nakaka-recover na po kahit papano yung average kills per game. Ano? Ay, sorry. Yung KDA pala ng Mpl-Ph, no? Kumbaga, yung KDA average dito ng Mpl-Ph, kung sinisira siya ni Rafflesia, pero inaayos naman siya ni JP. Kaya naman pantay ngayon sa side ng Execration dito. But, look at that. Medyo magkalapit pa rin. May konting edge lang may Execration mula sa team damage natin. Average game score and average kills per game. Kasi ito ay isang team talaga. Execration, very explosive. The stats is very hard to fit to them. Kasi mapuso talaga at ma-action ang mga laban na matutunghayan nyo mula sa Execration. But there's a very big outlier here. First blood count is in favor of Aura. Very curious bakit kaya mababa yung first blood count dito na Execration. I feel like yung 8 na count sa Mpl-Ph is just, normal para sa isang team. Nonetheless, Lords lane per game, Turtles slain per game, turrets destroyed per game are actually indicators ng win para sa laro natin, para sa mga teams natin, because that establishes pressure, no? Parang maganda siyang indicator ng pressure sa laro, which I think yun yung running meta talaga natin. Now, let's go into the team head-to-head, ladies and gentlemen. At ito ang pulso ng mga manonood na Pilipino. Buong bansa nanonood ngayon. And we have a whooping 80% Facebook support rate para sa Mpl-Ph. Siguro dahil sa bagong video nila. Have 19.02 Facebook support rate para dito sa Execration. I actually like that. I actually love that. Not because I'm against Execration, but rather Execration has a very big fan base. Pero yung mga fans ngayon medyo mas factual na bumoto at mas naniniwala nga siguro sa kung ano ang pinapakita ng stats dito. Pero this is Execration you are facing, boy. Not to mention of the matches and of course mga votes nila on how erratic and how unpredictable they can be. They also snagged wins din, no? Back in Season 4 and Season 5 against Aura dito. Only to falter in Season 6 with a 2-1 series para sa Mpl-Ph. So makikita nyo kung history lang naman, nagkakalapit. Yun na nga, mga kaibigan. Also, kailangan ma-improve ng Execration yung kanyang season win rate dito para talaga mas ma-build yung confidence ng fans ng Execration. Now, for our player head-to-head, silipin natin syempre si Hate kalaban si JP. Ako, nag-express na ako openly ng pagdududa ko sa consistency ni Hate mula sa side ng Execration. But he has his fair share of game na napakaganda na recently para sa side ng Execration. Whereas JP, wala tayong ibang binanggit kay JP. Lalo pa nung pinasimulan niya ito sa kanyang Claude. He is back on his championship form. Ang tanong ay maipagpapatuloy niya nga ba ito? Ang tanong ay yung init ba ng Mpl-Ph ay talagang tuloy-tuloy lamang? Kalapit lamang ang kanilang KDA, 4.03, 4.85, napakadali offset, especially with games. And halos parehas ang kanilang unique heroes to use. But MVP count majority lying on to JP. Siyempre sa mga victory din ng Mpl-Ph. The interesting part about that MVP count is reset lang po yan. May momentum talaga ngayon ng Mpl-Ph. Alright, on to our star player head-to-head. Ang sisilipin natin ngayon ay si Etomax at Rafflesia, which I actually like. This is a very fitting star player head-to-head kasi parehas playmaker yung dalawa. Actually, playmaker naman karamihan sa mga players. You got Chaknu, sa kabila naman you also have Grid, no? Pero totally fitting for this match, no? Angas and bravado yata dinadala ng dalawang players natin dito para sa kanilang team. They led on. Nangunguna sila at marami silang pakulo whenever they take these fights. And wag na natin talaga. Actually, baka pwede natin ma-update yung overlay. Tigilan na natin yung paglagay ng KDA kay Rafflesia. Sinuko na ni Rafflesia yan. Mga kaibigan, unique heroes to use. Especially with the Digipick sa mga di po nakakaalam, ang baba po talaga ang sahol ng KDA ni Rafflesia dito because of his siguro maraming magandang count at medyo consistent count ng Digifeed strategy. Successful din naman though. Alright, so unique heroes use Pinamado dito si Raflisha, kita naman, championships, alam niyo na rin yan, mga kaibigan. But on how these two will play, they play kind of in a different play style, pero minsan may similarities rin, no? Kasi Max leans more on backline, minsan puma-frontline. Raflisha goes for the frontline as well. Pero one thing is constant between these two, both are playmakers. Ayan, ladies and gentlemen, Execration versus Mpl-Ph. I think this match, we get the NXP tsaka Blacklist dati. Pero I think nung nagsimula yung week 1 natin, ito yung laban na nagkaroon tayo ng napakalaking headline. And from that point on, they've been consistent headliners din naman talaga, you know, dun sa mga sumunod pa nilang laban. So you don't want to blink, you don't want to miss any moments para sa laban na to. Ito na ang ating huling series ngayong gabi. So, hindi ko na patatagalin to. Back to you, casters.
Hindi, gusto namin patagalin. Back to you, Shinbu.
Let's go!
Maraming salamat, Shinbu. And yeah, I do agree. Both are playmakers, Raflisha and Etomax. And you know what? Sila yung nagiging kuya ng team. So,
Totoo yun.
from a standpoint na mga kaibigan sila, you would really see the maturity na pinagdaanan na itong mga teams na to. Way back season 3, they came in with guns a-blazing, di ba? Yung no limit dati, itong Aura-PH, and right now they're at Aura. They won 2 championships already. Si Etomax has been with a fair share of teams but only to find himself back in the arms of Execration.
Nakailang lipat din siya, no?
Patalon-talon, pero laging Execration ang babalikan. And this is what's good about Execration. Hindi sila, alam mo yon, they are really just, you know, hintay sige to come back. Kasi alam nila, they trust you. And it's really important for them to trust their players.
That's right. And trust is something that is forged over a long period of time talaga. And especially yung synergy na nabuo nila ngayon, like the Execration from before, yung evolution talaga ng Execration, paulit-ulit ako dito, they have changed a lot from what they were 3 seasons ago. And it's changed for the better. To be honest, for Execration, they changed into something na from a team that's supposed to be, nakit sabi nga ni Zapno, hindi din siya sure paano siya nanalo dati. So, ang ginagawa nila, compared to ngayon, where it's more methodical talaga and mas surgical, kumbaga, mas may hulma yung mga play nila ngayon compared to before na talagang rambulan tayo, palakasan na lang kung sino yung matira matibay. Yun yung nangyayari. Ngayon, talagang, this is our plan, stick to it, and then we'll win.
Yeah.
It's definitely a sign of improvement and maturity from a team that has always been looking for the crown. Ika nga nila dito sa matchup natin.
There is this impending threat that is Aura-PH that is ready to just take down everyone onto the side. Hindi naman sa side ng Execration lang, but for everyone. Nakaharap sa kanila. But Execration has a chance na parang sabihin na, ops, papantay kami sa inyo ngayon. Hindi nyo kami mahuhuli ng kahit anong shenanigans ngayon. Hindi nyo kami pwede hulihin ng kahit anong gimmick. Baban namin yung digi pag wala kayong magagawa kasi ginulat nyo kami last time.
Pwede lang itigil yun right away. That's it. And kung hindi nyo maalala nyo guys, dito talaga nagsimula lahat yun. Like we said kanina, the Execration versus Aura-PH matchup. So, meron din gustong mensaheng ipadala, syempre, ang Execration para naman mabalik yung kanilang, syempre, bravado na ikansyo. Laban sa Aura-PH.
Alam mo, ito sabihin ko sa'yo, hate, consistency-wise, nagkakaroon talaga siya ng problema ngayon. A lot of people are noticing. Pero I think this is the time for hate to actually just step up and drop everything ng pagdududa niya.
Tama.
Yung at this stage of the tournament, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na may pagdududa ka pa sa sarili mo or anything. You just go at it. And talented na player siya. But against JP, hindi mo pwedeng pagdudahan yung sarili mo because JP has been one of the most consistent God carries, katulad nga ng sinabi ni Shinbu. And kapag alam mo yung kapag may onting doubt ka sa sarili mo, JP is gonna eat you whole.
That's right. I think sobrang napakita din ni JP yun noong mga nakaraan. Konting pagdududa lang na pinakita ng kalaban niya, papasok siya ng blazing duet sa mukha mo. That is a sign of a champion and you cannot falter. If you're hate, hindi ko pwedeng kumurap ang mata mo laban sa team na to. And I'm expecting, you know what? expecting Claude to be seen here.
You know what? May tanong tayo kanina kung kaya ba sumabay ng Execration sa 10-band setup dito ng Aura PH. We will find out in a bit. Pero kung ako tatanungin, looking at their previous game, previous series nila, I would say yes. Kaya nila. But they really have to prove it kasi nung natalo yung Aura PH sa Brand Esports ng 0-2, nagising ang Aura PH.
Nagising talaga,
Nagising ang
nakakatakot
Aura
na
PH.
silang kalaban ngayon.
And, you know what? Execration din kasi yung unang nagpakita na kaya mag-bleed ng Aura PH. Even though they're the back-to-back champions, pinakita ng Execration ng game number 2 nila na
Nasaktan,
nasaktan
Oo,
din.
nakasakit. Ang Execration, kahit pa paano, they are obviously still in line for contention dito sa playoffs. And they will definitely want to take this opportunity na mapakita yon sa ating mga manonood.
So, let's head on to the draft. Wait, you have the Khalid, you have the Yison Shin, and you have that Balmond.
Interesting. Last
Yun yung hinahanap ko kanina pa, Yuzhong
Bakit gano'n?
went under the radar.
Under the radar.
Hindi, ano lang siguro pre, ganito lang.
Oh,
Ayaw nilang makounter si Khalid. So, kinuha na lang nila si Balmond because that is alam mo yun, deny pick, to be exact. But for our PH dito, they get that Yuzhong, and you know what? Yuzhong on our PH, it is kind of scary.
it is. And considering hindi pa yun yung first pick nila, first pick nila dito is instant lock na Kufra, which is bihira ding ma-open para dito sa Aura. So, the moment na nakita nila yun, they just went for it straight away. And that's impressive. That's impressive that they got it.
And it's good against it's good against the Khalid, kayang habulin si 8, kayang habulin yung Lee Sun Shin kung kakailanganin. But, right now, for Aura PH naman, tinanggalan sila ng link dito. So, they
Tama.
won't have that certain map presence in
Yep.
terms of coverage, jumping back and forth dun sa may mga base, dun sa may mga side lanes natin to the mid lane to another side lane. So,
And the big limitation to the lineup of JP, to the hero pool of JP, we will most likely see either Lancelot or Claude be hovered here para sa Aura PH. So, I wonder kung nasa isip din ng Execration na i-ban pa yun. That's a good one. That's a good thing to look for here.
I mean, at this point, siniset up na lang nila si JP.
Oo.
Siniset up na lang nila si JP to have a good game. Hindi nila binigyan ng masyadong maagang priority yon. And gagawan na lang nila ng paraan dito kung paano mag-thrive si JP. Knowing na Aura PH dito, they can just pick any hero
Ayan
for
na nga.
JP. Tinanggal nila dito sa Execration yung Lance kasi ayaw nila yung pressure na may retribution every single time. Third row retribution, masyado talaga nakaka-secure kasi ng setup yun eh.
Totoo yan.
Masyado nakaka-secure ng turtle, yung mga ganong idea. So, the support will be Chang'o dito for the side of Aura PH, and binigyan nila ng last pick dito si JP.
Interesting kasi si Itomax naman ang medyo kinuhaan nila ng hero. And now, they are gonna go back to the Lunox, another team that heavily favors this hero. Isa lang siya sa mga team na gumagamit ng Lunox recently. Napapansin nyo?
So, is this a side lane? Pwedeng side lane Johed, Balmond, tapos support.
Trio yung yung Lunox.
Support
Parang,
Etomax.
di ba mahirap yun?
Pero pwede rin kasing maging support yung Johed eh.
Yes.
So, we'll see later. Pero right now, Aura PH, makaka-adjust pa dito yung Execration kung sino yung dapat gumamit ng kahit anong hero. Kasi they are just waiting for Aura PH dito to just pick their last carry. A Claude, would it be that bad? Pero, who knows?
Baka pwede mo mag-carry din. Malay mo.
And then,
Harry.
Okay. Pacing is the name of the game. And,
Not bad.
it's going to be JP on that Harris. Kilowash with the signature choke, and Kel VJ just taking whatever the hell there is to play. Yuzhong.
So, ang gagawin dito, most likely ng Execration, have side lane Khalid and Balmond for the fast wave player, and the trio of Hate, Shakno, and Itomax going around the mid lane. And I expect that to be a thing. And what I would like to see is something to stop the Harit. Parang medyo mahirap gawin yun. Considering na si roughly siya nakuha ng Kufra.
Layering to. kaya nilang pigilan yung Harith dito for the side of Execration. Pero layering, ang kailangan nila is mahuli ng Jawhead with an unstoppable force ejector. Tapos, meron ding Khalid na ulti. Pero kasi, ang usual na nakikita natin kasi dati, if pareho naman tayo galing season 1, one way to counter a Harith dati is to have that Lunox in.
Yep, masakit sabayan.
Kasi, hindi,
Pag nag-darkening ka,
oo,
no?
kasi hindi kailangan skill shot yung skills ni Lunox. So, ibig sabihin, kahit gaano kakulit yung Harith, as long as nakalakas sa kanya, pwede mo siya i-burst down.
So, that's something we've seen before. And now, it's probably going to be the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So, tingnan natin kung mangyayari ba yun as we head into Game 1 for Execration versus Mpl-Ph. And, like I said, it's going to be basically that setup. It's very fun to see the interactions as well. Kasi bihira talaga tayo makita ng Dunox. And, ito Max, I feel like it would have been better sana nga kung naka-part sila, pero Dunox is going to be a good bare bones. Oh, first blood.
Nahuli nila si Benny Cutie agad dito.
Benny Cutie,
And
mala.
he went for the dive, yung creep cut, yung minion cut. So, there is going to be a bit of a punish there for Mpl-Ph, and he is capable of doing that kasi flicker na rin si Benny Cutie. So, good move coming out from Mpl-Ph, just punishing that act na ginawa sa harapan niya. And, alam mo yon, you have to convert everything na pwede mo i-punish at this point.
Interestingly, parang for man ang ginagawa nila ditong non-stop. So, yeah, there you go. Sa gitna going to the top lane. Nagulat ako, parang ayaw pa niyang umakyat. So, matagal na ako mag-free farm si Wash dito sa top lane. That's absolutely fine. And si Benny Cutie talagang pinipilit niya na malalim ang pasok with the Balmond. That's interesting.
And eto Max, dito yung next target, but here comes Mpl-Ph going 1v3. Hate ang kanyang target. Eto Max, dito nalapitan din ni Kiel, but that is gonna go to the hands of Greed. And kaya ba talaga ng Execration dito i-invade etong side ng Mpl-Ph kasi they're really trying, pero napapunish talaga sila just because the Yuzhong is there.
Medyo mahirap to be honest, but right now si Chakru trying to be disruptive, trying to stop the buff from going over to JV, pero yun pala, siya ang makukuha ng aura dito.
I like the aggression, Execration dito. Nasa kanila yung bola at that point on kasi hindi umuwi yung Mpl-Ph and hindi nila tinantanan.
At may nabawi sila dahil
May nabawi sila. At naparusahan pa nila si JP dito na nawala sa kanya yung buff niya.
Yep, big deal na nawala yung buff na yun. That is a purple buff. Additional cooldown reduction, Nightman. And everything that JP actually needs. Ngayon, siya naman ay may hirapan sa Gitno. Will not be able to sustain against the meteor shower.
But look at the Zaman Force, hindi na pipigilan ng Mpl-Ph dahil lang sa pagkawala ng kanilang purple buff. Benny Cutie trying his best. He will get away. And Execration dito, Gusto ko yung idea ng Execration na sumabay eh.
Yep, non-stop sa bayan lamang. And the really trying to see kung kaya nilang i-out micro yung aura. And somehow they are. At to some degree they are. Pero the problem here is Greed is 4-0 right now. Yung problema doon. Yung Jungle tayo nag 4-0.
Pero kasi, ang nagiging problema na lang naman nila dito pag sa pagsabay nila is hindi nila napapansin yung mga side lanes. Look at Kate. Kate got, sabihin natin, assassinated by Kilowatt Cho. So, you really need to focus more on just protecting your hyper carry at this point. Kasi feeling ko Kilowatt hindi siya mag-shy away from those kinds of, alam mo yun, opportunities. Chakno dito, walang opportunity para tumakbo kasi Saman Force is still there. Execration, they are falling to the pressure na pinapakita ng Mpl-Ph dito.
Ang hirap mag-sustain. Laban sa isang Chang'e at saka isang Harit no? Pag nagsabay, no? Like, sa kabutan ka lulugar. Medyo mahirap yan. Now they want to go for Turtle. This is going to be a pretty open Turtle unless may magawang milagro sa Itomax dito. Going in. For that assault, takal din si JP.
Ang ganda na ginawa dun Mpl-Ph had. A good thing in mind, nakuli na yung turtle doon, but sa gitno, putting the pressure on, nag-ultimate siya doon, he catches out Harris. Harris didn't have the Salmon Force cooldown reduction, wala din sa kanya yung purple buff niya.
Wow, that is just interesting. Sakto pa nakuha ng turtle buff. Nalasit nung unstoppable force. Now, paano na to? Let's go and look at the Gillette instant replay. Looks like Itomax talagang gigil here. Going for greed. Nasipa nga lang ni Kilowatt pero iwan nila yung dalawa to go for the turtle, not to mention Jack na malapit na din. That's why they lost that. I mean, binigay nila isang kill pero nakuha nila. Mas madami in return.
So Execration dito, even though they gave up 9 kills, versus 4 kills for the side here of Execration. Alam mo yun, kumbaga, hindi siya magiging malaking factor just because you are putting your presence into the map.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Hindi yan yung tipong 9 kills tapos dire-diretso na nananalo lang yung Aura-PH. Hindi. May objectives din na nakukuha dito yung side ng Execration. Kailangan pa rin mag-ingat ng Aura-PH dito.
Tingin ko din. And Mpl-Ph is starting to look like they are just evening up. Execration, yung lamang nila no early game, nabawi agad ng Exe. Right now daw sa Gito in trouble. Kiluash. Going for the chase, Raging Sandstorm, palayo. Walang problema for Exe. And bottom lane naman, Benny Cutie still non-stop on the Balmond, pressuring KLVJ.
So, ito yung nangyayari dito. Sa gitno, pagka nagduduel sila ni Kilowash, Kilowash knows that he has the upper hand. Pero kasi, kahit nasa kanya yung upper hand dito, yung damage output niya ngayon, hindi talaga enough just because of the sustain capability na meron. Ang isang Khalid.
Totoo yun. And Khalid as well is a great laner. That's why lagi talagang uunahan ng mga team natin. Pag pickings sa Khalid, kita nyo naman, Khalid over Yuzong ang nangyari kanina sa
Naalala mo yung
draft.
week number 1? Parang, yung week number 1, nasabi natin yung Khalid isn't really working, but right now, it is the hero
Oh my
the
God!
season. Pero look at this chat. No, nandun sa may pinakalikod, Benny King will be the next target. He has the flicker, he will get away. At andun naman si Yuzong getting the kill on that Lunox.
And naka-fade, ang maganda naman doon for Exe is naka-fade away, nakuha si Hate ng Turtle Buff while all of that was happening.
Ito na ito na naman silang dalawa sa may taas. And that is going to be our Gillette instant replay, hashtag shade the day.
Napagandang kuha din on Reflicious Kufra, pero again, all of that happening, kuha pa rin ni Hate yung buff. And masaya, I think masaya naman ng Execration with that.
Pero dito gusto ng Aura-PH talaga mag-push. But still, the question is, can they do that? As the superior, sabihin natin, not really superior, but they have sufficient na clear wave onto the side of Execration.
Ito na nga si kuya mo, Hate. I feel like kuhang-kuha ang timpla, kuhang-kuha ng Execration na sige, i-pressure natin yung side lanes para hindi nila mapansin masyado yung isang cheat. And it's working. It's working. Lisan Chin is getting a lot, doing a lot of damage sa mga tore, sa jungle, at in Aura-PH, matagal pa yung iintay nila bago maging solid si KLVJ on that Yuzong.
Okay, tingnan natin dito yung mga plus for both teams. Execration. Dito, ano nila, na-shutdown nila dito si JP for the early game. 1-3-6 ngayon si JP. Look,
na nakuha nila doon sa Aura-PH from Execration. So now Turtle gonna be open here. JP once more, Zaman Force palapit kay Chaknu. Akala niya safe siya, yung pala hindi. Last Next hit will be going to Rafflesia instead, but the objective is still alive. Benny Cutie pwede pang mang-steal with a little counter. He's balling, he's waiting for it, at nakuha pa ni Hate ang turtle.
And dahil na-threaten ditong Mpl-Ph doon sa presensya ng Balmond, the Benecute, na retribution ni Hate itong turtle, and that is
Akala ko si Benny, no?
that is a crucial play on the side of Execration. Kasi sabihin man natin ngayon na in terms of kills, kung papansinin niyo yung kill score,
Medyo bugbog, syempre, 15 to 6.
15 to 6, nakakalamang talaga yung Mpl-Ph. Pero kasi yung gold,
The gold is real.
Hindi yung story.
Iba talaga. And they are fighting over towers right now. E2 Max tinatangke lahat ng sakit ng meteor shower. Pero yung torre nila babagsak ng walang kalaban-laban. Wow, that's a lot of gold that Execration's getting na parang wala silang binibigay. Pero madami silang binibigay sa mapa. Ang bilis mag-farm na Hate dito.
Interesting facts about Execration and Mpl-Ph dito. Alam mo yung Yeeson Shin. Well, not really the Yeeson Shin, but yung Khalid dito ng Execration, it has a high win rate. Kung papansinin mo yung Khalid nila dito, may 3 games before this, and they have a 66.37 win rate all throughout. So, you really have to take notice na kung paano nila gamitin to. Look at this, that is the perfect setup for Sagitno. Naipit nila sa narrow space etong Mpl-Ph. But Mpl-Ph, kailangan nila tumakbo dito. Can they do this? What a play coming out from Chakno. Tinapon niya dito si JP paharap sa mga kampi niya.
And I think yun lang yung kailangan niyang gawin, right? They just need, hindi kailangan magkaroon ng super strong na team fight si Chakno. As long as he can get JP, I think okay na yun. That is the job that you want for that Johead. And now, LVJ is 4-0 and 2 dun sa Yuzong, pero hindi masyadong nararamdaman. I think that's a big problem. Considering ang ganda sana ng stat line talaga. Ang ganda ng stat line dito ng Mpl-Ph, I have to say. And dapat yata, they should have more gold dahil dito sa kills na to. Pero I wonder what's happening.
It's more the idea kasi, di ba, matitake down ng Mpl-Ph yung Execration. Tapos, ang mangyayari, low respawn timers. So, aabot sa oras na tatakbo lahat yung side ng Execration doon sa kung ano mang objective yung kinukuha. At sila yung magsesecure.
Sila pa rin yung kukuha,
Sila
no?
pa rin magsesecure. Yes, nakakuha kayo ng kills, pero you're not really converting it into the objectives na kailangan mo for the side of Mpl-Ph. Execration, hindi talaga nila tinatantanan. And I like the aggression. Kumbaga, harapan tayo kung harapan. Kung gusto niyo talagang yung keep away game na ginagawa niyo all throughout, hindi namin papayagan yun. Ang gagawin namin, lalaban kami ng lalaban, hindi namin kayo pagpapahingahin.
And yun nga, nangyari over and over again, hindi natin napapansin mga maliliit na bagay na ginagawa ng Execration. Back to the game here, mga kaibigan, here. 3K gold lead. Out of, I think, most of it is from the towers, obviously, kasi lamang sila ng dalawang torre. And that's something na feeling ko kaya namang mapantay agad ng aura. Diba? Kaya nilang patayin yan. Kiluwash is a strong split pusher. Pero hindi niya magawa kasi he keeps having to check on Benny Cutie. And here's another example of that. I think this should be an easy 1v1, pero
Gusto niya lang gamitin ni
gusto niya pa-cooldown lang. Oo.
Gusto niya gamitin ni Benny yung regen.
I think so. I think he's just
And
baiting.
ngayon na may attention na siyang nakuha dito, he will try to get away. Pero ang tanong, kakayanin niya ba? With the help of the flicker, yes, pero
touch.
kiluwash dito. With the presence of mind.
Presence of
Sinabi
mind.
na ni Shinbu kanina yan, presence
My
of
God.
mind.
And map awareness.
Map
Aware,
awareness.
alam niya na, oy, teka, parang madilim ang mapa.
Yun yung-
Hindi maliwanag ang buhay, ah.
Yun yung isa sa mga magandang presensya ng mga side laners or off laners na tinatawag natin katulad ni Kilowash. It's more on the idea na kumukuha ka ng atensyon para kahit pa paano magkaroon ng breathing space si JP dito.
Oo.
I mean, JP is still doing okay, pero hindi yung area na ina-expect mo sa kanya, hindi yung performance na ina-expect mo sa kanya. Na-shutdown talaga siya dito hard.
That's
Aside
true.
ng Execration.
And I really liked watching Kiluwash play like that. Like, para siyang, alam mo yung, alam mo yung Indiana Jones, parang dami yung tinatakbuhan trap. Isa-isa yung tinatakbuhan niya, ang ganda nun. Pero for now, we are gonna go into a big team fight. Most likely, Sagitno with engaged, Creed with the kill on the back foot. And Sagitno being left behind. Si Hate ang focus ngayon ng Mpl-Ph and Nia gets taken out.
And look at this, the turnaround execute doon on Greed. Greed will go down. That is going to be the godlike. Sagitno dito, lumuhod sa harapan ng apat. Make na tatlo.
Make that tatlo.
Teka lang ha.
Huli ka, boy.
Teka lang.
Make that tatlo. Malefic roar.
O, ano?
Boom! Ayan na, ito na yung pang split push talaga. So, now, I think kanya-kanya tinatrabaho yung teams dun sa exchange na yon. Greed yung gusto ng Exe, ang Aura naman gusto ng Hate. Si Hate, nakuha pa sila ng bonus and the Lord will go over. To the red side.
Opening, and this is Execration not really getting the best team fight out of this. Kung
Oo.
nakikita mo,
Split eh, oh.
nag-front si Sagitno. Tama yung actually, okay ginawa ng Sagitno dun eh. But the problem is, they did not account for the player na pwedeng pumunta doon kay Hate. And Hate
Exactly.
was put in a 3-man setup, in a triangle formation ng kalaban
Na-take down agad si Hate.
na hindi niya na alam kung paano lalabas doon at that point.
To be honest, kahit na meron kang mga flicker and dash doon, there was just no way you were gonna get out of there. I think this lineup is specifically made to keep up with the Yisan Shin. Kahit na super aggressive na alis ka. At sa puntong ito, wala pang flicker si Hate.
And this is one of the reasons why infamous tong show ni Kilowash. Hindi sila mag-shy away eh sa paggamit niyan because they know that Kilowash is capable. Now, here comes the Lord. Unting-unting nagmamarcha. Chakno dito. What does he have in mind? Ang dami niya plays na ginagawa.
Grabe naman yun!
They are forced back. Hate dito. Nahuli ni Raflesia and don't tell him. Championship Kufra for nothing. Surprise dito si Eto Max. Look at that. Another knockout coming out from Raflesia. And enabling people is the name of the game. Execration dito. They're falling down. Yung base nila, unti-unting bumababa yung buhay and that is going to be one more hit and that's gonna secure game number 1 for the side of Aura PH. Kamuntikan
Pa, men.
Kamuntikan pa ang Aura PH dito.
Championship Kufra, walang katakot-takot na papasok sa backline ng kalaban mo as long as alam nila na kaya nilang lumaban. Yun na yun. Ito yung benchmark nyo sa pagiging Kufra talaga, no doubt about it. Pero, yeah, go.
Ito lang. Strong teams or these kinds of players talaga, yung talagang high-profile teams natin dito sa MPL, it only takes one mistake. Isang pagkakamali lang.
From a very good lead, by the way,
Oo.
kanina. There was a good lead from Exe.
Hindi yun basta-basta for the side of Execration. Execration, ang ganda ng hold nila dun sa game na yun. Ang ganda ng ginagawa ng 5 members dito ng side ng Execration. Si Benny, hinahabol niya lagi si Kilowash. Si Sagitno, ang ganda ng initiation sa si Hate is finding the farm. Eto Max and Chakno doing their stuff. But still, just one mistake, Rockart.
One big team fight actually. That was, it's very noticeable na yung decision making pa rin ng Aura PH is definitely on a high caliber, diba? The decision na kailan tayo lalaban At anong klaseng laban ang kunin natin? Lamang ba tayo dito or hindi? Yung pag makikita mo sa sitwasyon, pagbasa mo sa sitwasyon, at knowing na lamang ka doon, yun na isang skill talaga ng Mpl-Ph na mahirap talaga i-replicate with other teams. I-compare to other teams talaga.
So, right now, we really have to know what Shinbu is thinking kasi ano bang tingin mo, Shinbu? One mistake or wrong mistake?
Isang wrong mistake.
We all know what can happen from one mistakes, no? Hindi lang naman sa laro. Welcome back dito sa ating solo analyst segment. Maraming salamat sa ating mga casters. Siyempre, iba, roughly siya pa rin, no? Especially in witnessing that fight, ano? There is this trend sa mga games natin na merong player, merong magiging playmaker bandang dulo that will convert it to a victory for their team despite the lead here by Execration. Early on, no? Pero there are some key heroes then that allowed actually for Aura to endure that and steadily walk through that victory, no? And I would dare say it is on Kiluwash. Consistent threat si Kiluwash dito. Actually, napapansin ko kanina pa may struggle si Sagit. No, on that Khalid during the laning phase with Kiluwash. And Kiluwash has been consistent on maintaining yung 4-1 configuration dito ng Aura when it comes to the push. He understands, and siguro yung buong Aura na naiintindihan nila na a 4-man unit is already very rewarding for them. They have grid to shove the lanes. Alam mo yan, ang taas ng kanilang frontline pressure unless a massive play was done by Chaknu. And it does look like, yes, Medicutie has the durability for it. Yes, si Etomax also, despite the bronze performance, has some outplay capacity for that Lunox para makalapit din. Pero yung playstyle ni Chaknu, no, on this Joint support, feeling ko mas kailangan pa ng mas makunat na hero to fit that playstyle of Chaknu. I still like the playstyle of Chaknu here. Pero yung hero lang, hindi fit for that playstyle, no? May mga ganung moments talaga si Chaknu. Obserbahan niyo yung mga performances. Kapag naka-PNK siya, kumpara sa mga performances niya pag naka-akay siya at saka naka-atlas. Now, on to our player post-game. Ladies and gentlemen, makikita nyo nga kung gaano ka-threatening ni Kiluwash dito. No? Kiluwash actually has the most third damage threat mula sa side dito ng Aura. At yan yung sinasabi natin na yung 4-1 config ng Aura na minemaintain nila ang baba ng third damage ng the rest of the members ng Aura dito because this is the 4-man squad na minemaintain nila. Against the members here ng Execration. If you want, to have an easy reading of that stats, makikita nyo na kung ano yung damage ng apat sa kanila. That is, of course, the soak-up damage or nakuhang damage sa kalaban ng mga players dito ng Execration. Also want to mention na yung yellow bars dyan kay Kiluwash. Third core item is a Malefic Roar. No? On that show. Which is okay naman, pero you don't see that really every day. After the POD, minsan may mga show na iba yung item. It's not directly Malefic Roar, no? They fully cash in towards the Malefic Roar. Pero si Kiluwash, alam niya yung role niya. I will be a constant push and threat para sa team ko. Kasi napapansin ko, Execration loves to fight. They have a composition na G para lumaban. Pero si kaya alam ni Kiluwash na he can maintain his dominance on the side lane. By the way, naka high and dry pa si Kiluwash on that show. So, silipin na natin ang ating smart highlights of the game. And of course, witness some key moments for that game, no? Lalo pa sa side dito ng mga taga-Aura PH, no? There are some, actually, ang pinang-alalahanan ko lang, no? Yung mga early plays sana nagawa ni Sagit, no? Especially on that 3-minute mark. Okay naman sana, no? And actually, may pagka 50-50 pa nga to. At actually, dito may konting huli, no? Kay Hate. May huli din naman para kay JP. It's totally understandable. Pero dahan-dahan naka-recover si JP dito. Yan yung tinutukoy kong magandang huli ni Sagit, no? no? So may bandang taas. He actually connected his Raging Sandstorm to 2 members dito ng Aura PH. And I cannot but feel na parang in-underestimate yon ng Aura PH. Pero syempre may play nangyari kay Rafflesia. Look at that. So beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. After this, pinned down with his own ultimate. And automatic na yan. Tignan mo kung sino yung buwelo dito. It was of Greed. Sadly, may ultimate pa pala si Greed. Ang dami niyang pwedeng iba to. At binadiblock naman siya ni Chakno doon. Pero, ayun nga, kulang pa rin. And yun na nga, napin down na rin yung mga members dito ng Execration. And that was a massive play done by Aura. We also have nice pick-ups din mula kay Kiluwash. Pero hindi na natin masisilip yun. But, he really, as we conclude this match, dahan-dahan, ang gusto nating abangan talaga is of that massive play by Rafflesia. Look at Kiluwash pala po on the bottom lane. That is the impact of Kiluwash for that bottom lane, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a very interesting, no, initiate mula dito kay sa Gitno. Look at that, no? So, i-rewind natin yan, no? Ang saya pag naka-rewind tol, eh. Ayan, no? Paatras. Diba? Diba? Ganyan, no? Okay, so moving forward, we have that catch, no? Hindi na napakita, pero there is a maximum range initiate mula kay Kufra dito, mula kay JP. Very, very rewarding, ladies and gentlemen. And, yeah, I would dare say Kiluwas was the one who established pressure for the side lane and threat para sa Aura dito. Then you got Kufra. Surprisingly, it is gonna be of Greed that will be our running MVP. Cannot but feel this is a case na yung MVP natin na-enable naman ng kanyang mga teammates. Ayahay yung buhay din eh. At hindi ayahay, actually. Willing yung Execration na mataya talaga si Greed dito. Pero ang daming ginagawa ng mga teammates ni Greed eh, na to the point na nag-whittle down eh. Kasi aside from kailangan mo mahuli si Greed, kailangan mo rin trabahuin si Kiluwash na nag-dominate sa isang lane. Kailangan mong bantayan yung threat ni Rafflesia, diba? Ang dami pa. Kahit si BJ has shined a lot on the user, especially on the early game. You know, strong on all facets. Ganoon na lang masasabi natin talaga dito sa Aura PH. And it was a pretty standard game. Brawlish fight. Wala tayong nakitang masyadong novelty. Maybe just the jawhead on Chaknu. But, yeah, tingnan natin what will happen on game number 2. Relax lang tayo. At actually, thankful ako na daan-daan lang yung game number 1 natin na Execration and Aura. Usapang MPL muna tayo, mga tol. Gren lang ang malakas, unstoppable at their current form. Sino mga teams ang merong tsansa na talunin sila? Share your insights at mananalo kayo ng skins na worth 269 diamonds. #BLegendary. Mga nanalo, first entry would be coming from Alexis Martinez. Ang koponan na mga kapalo sa Bread Esports ay ang Team Omega. I think this is the first vote, no, na ibigay sa Team Omega dahil nakuha na nila ang kanilang momentum. Yung mga powerhouse teams na kukuha na yung momentum talaga during the regular season. On to the next entry, we have one from Leonardo Bacton Felix Jr. Kapag na mga katalo sa Bread Esports ay ang Mpl-Ph. Dahil naniniwala ako sa kakayahan nila. Of course, lalong-lalo na sa best support mage ng Mpl-Ph na si Oh My Venus. Indeed, long live the queen, mga kaibigan. I think this is a legit fan for Mpl-Ph. Of course, our next winner will be from Mike Santos. Kapag na mga katalo daw sa Bread would be Aura PH na naman, di ba? Dahil malakas ang core nila na si Jeep. Very basic. I love it. Alright, mga tol, maraming salamat sa mga sumagot sa ating usapang MPL. Nanalo kayo ng skits, 269 dias worth. Now, ito pa, magandang big giveaway din. Hindi nyo kailangan sumagot. Kailangan nyo lang i-type yung code na yan na pinaflash ngayon dito sa screen ninyo. And meron pa tayong bonus giveaway code din. Ayan. Dahil, syempre, nataya natin yung ating target, no? Na entries para sa ating mythical raffle draw. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, magandang bigayan lagi dito sa segment natin. And of course, mythical raffle draw, fill upan yan. bit.ly/MRD-W6. If you fill up 5 of this, no, sinusubaybay nyo, I think pwede na. I think pwede, kasi week 5 na pala to. Maka-fill up ka lang ng 5 form nito, makompleto mo yan, qualified ka na doon sa ating Grand Mythical Raffle Draw na higit pa sa skin ng mga pwede mo mapanalunan mula sa MPL. Alright? Yun na muna tayo for this segment. That is just game number 1 concluded. And we know na Execration, they have a lot of things. They can do a lot of things pa. We got game number 2. Whereas, Aura naman, you know, they just stick to the basics. And what is the basic thing about Aura PH? They are strong. Back to you, casters.
That is basic nga for the side of Aura PH. They are strong. That is one way to describe them. Yep. But you know what? Ako, ang gusto ko na sabihin dito, persistent itong side ng Execration. bumawi dito, they have the capability to do so.
Kumbaga, relentless eh.
Relentless.
Diba?
Kumbaga,
Hindi ka titigilan.
hindi
ka
ka
nakakatalan.
titigilan. Hindi ka titigilan. And alam mo yung Mpl-Ph dito, yes, they have the lead right now, but you know what? There is a chance for Execration to take this to a game number 3.
Yeah,
But, hindi din kasi hahayaan ng Mpl-Ph na basta mangyari yun. I'm pretty sure na merong isang plano dito, yung Mpl-Ph, just to close this out right now.
Yeah, get that win rate, secure the win rate, and this is a team na ang daming lineup na kayang gawin eh. Kahit iban mo yung Kufra. For example, maisip ngayon ng Execration, iban yung Kufra. There's so many things that Revolution can play.
Yeah.
A lot of the biggest strengths of Mpl-Ph obviously is going to be their hero pool. Everyone knows the championship Kufra, right? Everyone knows that. It always almost gets banned out. Pero, laging may nalalabas na malupit na hat-trick ang Aura. And that's the reason why the fans love these guys, right? That's the reason why. Pero again, Execration, on the other hand naman ng Execration, this is a team that hindi sila nagsettle na matalo ng basta-basta. And I like that. I like the attitude. And when put in a difficult situation, medyo may mga kaiba ding lumalabas din sa team na to. Kaya mahirap talagang magsabi ng nakakasira. Walang ganun eh. Hindi mo masabing ganun eh.
Can they do it? Yan yung malalaman natin in just a bit as we are going to head to the draft in just a bit. But you know what? Mpl-Ph, I do agree that they are very creative and they are not scared to express yung creativity na yon in terms of that certain drafting. Pero you know what? Execration, napakita din naman kasi nila na kaya nila eh. It's just that small mistake. Ang galing eh. Ang galing nung factor ng one mistake can just lose you the game.
Yeah, it's difficult to... Ang sakit sa puso na no? Yung ganun mangyari. Na you were playing for very well, you're playing perfectly for the past how many minutes? 15 minutes? 13 minutes? Tapos biglang isang mali lang, mag-fall everything na pinlano mo and you consistently played against. Now, given that Mpl-Ph got almost double the kills, hindi pa rin naging problema yun for Exe. Kaya nagtataka talaga tayo, like, what are the good things that Execration did to keep that keep the lead in their favor for a solid 70% of the game. Tapos yung Aura na yung tumapos. Let's see if there's gonna be any changes on the picks here. Ang mangyayari ngayon, Aura na mismo ang magbaban dun sa Cobra.
Pero alam mo, binan naman dito na Execration yung Digi. And they don't really want that Digi shenanigans going on for them. Sila yung first na nakatikim nun from Mpl-Ph and ayaw talaga nila. Execration naman, ayaw din nila ibigay sa linya ni Creed. Although, pwedeng kunin yan ni Eto Max, pero kasi first pick material talaga ang
First pick material,
Once
bro.
na nabigay ang Selena, everyone will just go for it.
And there's no doubt about it, Selena's still one of the best supports talaga in the game next to Farsa, next to Valier right now. And I would say na it's not that much of a hit. Hindi siya ganun kalaking impact sa hero pool ni Creed. Again, Mpl-Ph banning out another hero that they used here on the Harith. Which is again, medyo nakatawa dito is mirror din siya, di ba? Hindi lang siya hero ni JP, hero din siya ni Hate. So, it's funny what Mpl-Ph is doing here right now on the draft.
Mpl-Ph, it didn't work on their side eh, sa totoo lang, yung hand pick.
Oh, you
So,
think? Really?
I mean, nagawa nilang baliktarin yung fight. Pero, sa isang perfectong setup,
Hindi dapat mangyari yung lalamang...
na nagkaroon talaga ng malaking gap in terms of Hate and JP nung panahon na yun. And you could see that happening. And sabi dito na Mpl-Ph, wag na lang natin ibigay sa kanila. We're not gonna use it anymore. And we are in a better position na makapag-secure na mas magandang hyper carry
Yeah,
for
right.
their side.
Exactly. A lot of options are open. Yu Zhong's open right now. So, I don't think hindi i-ignore naman ng Mpl-Ph yun. It's unlikely that papabayaan nilang makuha ng Exa yun. So, most likely the first pick here. If not the Khalid again. Hilda!
Okay.
Interesting.
Gusto maging aggressive dito ng Mpl-Ph.
Yep. Early aggression.
And nasabi natin to kanina, I think, na hot commodity talaga dito. Commodity ang isang Tams. sa game na to. In Execration, they'll just ban it out.
They don't care. They're just gonna go ahead and get someone else na equivalent ng TAMS, which is basically this Khalid. And it worked. It worked for a big amount. If today, actually, maganda yung win rate ni Khalid today, no? A lot of teams that pick up the Khalid, I think more or less 60 to 70% win rate. So I like it, and I'm sure it's going to do well for Exe. Ang tanong though, ang dami pa ring open options for Mpl-Ph, not to mention Farsa is also available for green.
Sino yung is this going to be a Chango?
Yun nga.
And a carry? Yung carry nila? Or are they gonna go for a side lane? Carry na nga nila. Yuzhong na naman! Went
Yuzhong
under.
na naman,
Oh,
yes!
It went under the radar once again.
Lancelot. That's a lot of very powerful picks being locked in for Mpl-Ph. Ang sagot naman ng Exe is, we are going to pick Lunox. Interesting. Very interesting from Execration.
Yan siguro yung panglaban nila. Sa Hilda and sa Yuzhong. So, well, it is a given na kung kunyari mag-dragon form siya, ay lumapit siya, if ito Max is in the vicinity, pwede siyang ma-burst down through magic penetration, and sa totoo lang, it will force the Yuzhong then to get magic resistance eh. Ang medyo uso kasi ngayon, ang medyo uso kasi ngayon physical eh, kasi hyper carry eh. Pero nagkakaroon na tayo ng point of adjustment just because mayroon Chango, may Kagura, and may ganitong luno.
Yeah, well, the Yuzhong has integral Oracle builds naman. So, I think second or third item usually, pwede siya mag-Oracle. And that's something that, you're gonna force the enemy to play a bit more defensive. That's good. That's good for Execration.
Pero sabi ng Execration dito, ayaw namin ibigay yung Kagura, ayaw namin gulatin nyo kami. Katulad ng mga ginagawa ni Creed, shenanigans and everything. Mpl-Ph, wala
Galawang paluyin.
Well, baban ba nila dito yung Yison Shin? Baban nila yung Jawhead, ayaw nila ulit na mabato-bato lang dito, basta-basta yung hyper carry nila. Katulad ng nangyari sa game number 1 with JP, getting caught out almost every time na malapitan siya dito ni Chakno.
Surprisingly, binibigay talaga nila yung Yison Shin. Kaya sinuntakin kung yung Yison Shin pinigay na parang. And that's very interesting to watch.
And,
yeah.
alam mo yun, kasi madali kay Lancelot na abutin eh, yung Yison Shin.
That's true.
If they ever go for the Yison Shin, madali kasi talagang abutin.
Especially yung Yisan Shin kanina ni Hate, which had the Retribution at hindi yung Flicker.
And usually naman kasi hindi mo naman makikita talaga si Yison Shin na mag-flicker.
Yung usual meron na. Excuse me.
I mean, you would see more emphasis onto the Retribution. Pero kasi, yun talaga kasi isang selling factor ni Yison Shin eh. Parang pwede mo kasi i-refresh yung dash niya.
Yep. And
But
it has
if you are aggro,
it has a built-in parang mini purifier.
Diba?
So I know, pero a lot of the safer KDA leaders that we have right now actually just use that. So Veil!
And it's actually, it's a good answer.
Interesting.
It's a good answer. Ito
Interesting.
magandang sagot siya para sa isang hero na nakaluhod. Sa isang
nakaluhod?
Ay, yung Khalid.
Si Khalid. Oo, tama. Titigil ka ng matagal sa isang
Titigil
lugar?
ka ng matagal sa isang lugar? Sige. Ulti.
Plus, not to mention, if the Veil builds Necklace Durance early, solid. Sok pa rin, di ba? Interesting. And Hate going for the Claw this time around. Chaknu on that throw. Okay.
Hindi takot
ang Mpl-Ph.
ang Mpl-Ph na mag-experiment sa mga bye-bye. But we'll know that kasi this is not the first time na nakita naman tayo ng game.
Yeah, it's not the
It's
first
the first time. Pero at least the creativity is there. Kilowash pa dito. Yung Ruby niya.
Ang tanong, bro,
Ano bro?
nakakita na ba tayo ng Veil na gumana?
That's
Yun ang tanong.
That is the question.
Oo.
Kasi
There's always a first time for everything, di ba? There's a first time for everything, and it will be very interesting to see if the Veil can finally find a home dito sa lineup na may Ruby. Kasi kung gusto mo nga namang pumigil at magpabagal ng mga tao, manghilo ng tao, Ruby na ang gumagawa ng para sa'yo.
this is going to be a very interesting match. You see Mpl-Ph just pulling out something from the hat, tinatawag ka natin. But you know what? Execution. On the other hand, sila yung, sabihin na natin sila yung may simple na lineup.
They do have a bit more easier to execute
It's
lineup.
easier
Tama?
to execute
Oh.
lineup. So, if ever they want to win this, kailangan lang talaga nila sundan yung pattern na required para sa kanila.
Yeah.
But for Mpl-Ph, it takes a bit more effort. But if they can pull it off, ito yung mga instances na parang mapapakamot ka na parang, paano? Paano to?
Paano to? The surprise factor is the power here for Mpl-Ph, diba? Kasi people don't expect the Veil lineup until you see the Veil lineup. So, I would think na mas tama yung sinabi mo kanina, mas madaling i-pull off yung lineup ngayon ng Execration. Kasi sobrang sanay na sila dito eh. Especially with the Lunox. Ilang season na nilang gamit to. It's an easy way to get kills. Easy way to bring damage in the early game. And the problem with the Veil is, it's later game damage, di ba? And may mga Veil builds nga na hindi pang bawas talaga. More of pang crowd control.
Yes.
Which would allow yung kanilang hyper carry na to go for lower HP targets. Yun yung punto actually. Pag may Veil ultimate, hindi mo kailangan patayin using the Veil ultimate. Kailangan mo lang siyang pababain ng buhay para ma-finish off siya nung hyper carry mo. In this case, that's the Lancelot. So will that work the way that Aura planned it though?
That is something that we have to notice in a bit. Pero nakikita mo dito, that is the hot point, the key point for Mpl-Ph dito. Na nandiyan si Rafflesia, he can catch anyone out na tatambay dito sa may gilid. Pero kung papansin mo talaga dito, palong-palo si Rafflesia.
Palong-palo!
Look at the damage. Grabe yung damage output nila dito.
Yep, it's real. And again, yung passive talaga nitong ni Hilda, it's just something that it's very difficult to deal with in the early stages of the game. It's the reason why this hero gets banned out all the time. 4 people from Mpl-Ph nakatambay ngayon sa mid lane. Control over Lito Wonder goes over to Execration still on that left side. And we are back on even.
Proactive dito si Hayden. Ang ginawa niya, nakita niyang binabasag na yung Little Wanderer dun sa may kabila. What he did was, he went straight onto the other side. Pero si Benny Cutie dito has something in mind. He went there and nakaluhod siya dito. And it's a way to delay JP.
That's right. Good way to delay JP as well as also just, have vision over that map.
At habang dinidelay nila si JP, isa gitno, kinukuha naman yung buff doon. I like yung pagmando dito ng mapa ng Execration na kinukulit nila si JP to the point na hindi niya makukuha muna yung kanyang purple buff, pero ibibigay din naman talaga nila while actually denying yung orange buff doon sa kanyang orange buff side.
That's right. And that's a big deal. Tanggalan mo ng orange JP, it's gonna be harder for him to slow down targets, pero ang problema, of course, will still be able to get some kills on the map. Ang problema, si Hate din, ang lakas din ng farm ngayon. On that lot.
Kumbaga, team, ito yung mga nakikita natin sa mga carries natin. They're making adjustments. Pero palong-palo talaga ang isang Hilda dito. And once na nandyan yung Lunox at nag-scale up na yung Lunox, that's the time na magkakaroon ng konting problema na dito si Rafflesia. But right now, ayaw talaga muna nila ibigay yung level 4 doon as they will commit an ultimate galing kay Kilowash.
And si Ito Max going down is a bad sign actually for Execration. I feel like dapat laging buhay si Ito Max to control the mid lane. Or else it's gonna be an easy push here for Aura, I think. Especially Rafflesia right now, sobrang confident dito sa Hilda na to.
Tsaka kasi 3 stacks na to eh.
Yun nga eh, ang bilis.
Oo.
Actually, nagulat ako.
3 stacks na to. So,
1 kill and 2 assist.
Kailangan nila mag-ingat dito na kapag ka nakuha ni Rafflesia yung level 4 niya, that's going to be a significant boost in terms of damage.
Absolutely. And now it's going to be, again, clear lang ang magagawa ngayon ng Exe. While the turtle is going to go up, na tatargetin right away for sure ng Mpl-Ph.
And that's the power of a Hilda. Pero ito Rockhart, ang importanteng point ng mapa ngayon is the turtle lane. Nandoon na yung turtle, nag-set up na yung mga teams natin dito, and you can see Lance, hindi siya masyadong naaalis dito sa may purple buff area nila. Rafflesia though, andito pa rin siya, hindi talaga siya ma-preference ni Chakno umalis dito sa place na to. And alam din ni Rafflesia dito na in terms of the passives and everything,
He's home. He's at home.
siya yung nasa upper hand pagka nag-trade siya dito sa ginagawa ni Chakno. And look at this, another kill for Kilowash. Pero another stack na naman for Raptisha din.
And the Benny Cutie Raging Sandstorm 2v1 lang naman. JP Phantom Execution nagalawan. Grabe naman. Talaga ang teamwork talaga nitong dalawang to. Hindi mo
Oh,
talaga
look at that.
makapatawan.
Grabe yung Blazing Duet. Nagawa niya yung pakay ng Blazing Duet na yun.
Clear.
Na-clear niya yung wave.
Exactly.
Although, kamuntikan na nakita natin yung damage output na ginawa ni Grid dito. Grid gets caught out. Yung
Eto
sita
na.
dito kay Raflisha, Kilowash, andito para umalalay. Pero ang sakit sa ulo talaga ng isang Hilda. Agro, kung agro, flicker out, eto Max. Pero doon sa baba may Balmond tayo nagpo-push. And that's going to be the turtle going to the side of Raflisha.
Parang dalawang bully nagsama eh, no? Si Hilda tsaka si Ruby. Hindi mo siya basta-bastang mapapatay kasi hila-hilahin ka lang, hahampas-hampasin ka lang ng mga malalaking weapon na dala nila. So talaga naman. And the problem is, for Mpl-Ph, si Hate nakakalibre pa rin ng resources sa kabilang dako naman ng mapa.
Talaga naman.
Talaga naman.
Jack mo na naman dito, nakikita na naman sa
Kita.
Bestie!
Besties!
Bestie, kamusta ka? Pero
sakit.
si Jack, no, at least, hindi niya binibigay yung rush na yan.
Tama.
Ayaw niyang ibigay, he denies the fact na nakukuha na ng aura to.
Kung gusto ba ng aura ng control nun, kailangan nilang paghirapan.
Oo.
Diba?
Pero alam mo, Mpl-Ph, they're getting the game that they want.
Ito nga.
Ito yung game na talagang confident sila na kaya nilang mapanalo as long as yung pacing na to tumuloy-tuloy para sa side nila.
Yup, and Greed making it work on the Veil. Pansin mo, he's not getting all the kills, pero somehow he's really helping in controlling the waves at yung controlling yung team fight. Ayaw pumasok ng Exe kasi yung damage output is real from the Veil as well.
Nakikita mo na naman dito. Ito na naman yung invade factor na
yun
pinapakita
na nga
dito ng side ng Mpl-Ph. Although makukuha ni Kate yung buff niya doon, walang
At Hilda
maagaw
doon.
sa kanya. Pero yung Hilda dito, namamahay na talaga.
Namamahay
Feels
na.
like home.
Yes. This is my turf.
Mamaya, promise makakatulog na yan dyan.
Oo, makita mo, nakahiga na.
Ganun naman talaga pag namamahay,
May
di ba?
kubo na, yung ganun. no?
Pero eto, sabi niya, sige, namahay ka. At look at the damage. Isang knock-up lang ang katumbas sa Raplisha dito. Gusto siya nawawalang buhay. Siya pa gusto lumaban. Grabe yung
Uy,
knock-up.
counterplay!
Hoy! And look at this, the pull from Kilowash. Napa-flicker out siya dito. Tignan natin kung paano ang pacing netong sunod ng mga teamfight na mangyayari. Look at JP, talaga pumasok
si
na
JP,
siya dito.
galit na
Sa
galit.
Phantom Execution, wala na siyang dash in dito. And that's going to be the punish. Great play from Benny Cutie, realizing na wala nang pangtakas at that point
Yep.
si JP.
Sobrang ganda ng ginawa ng Execration doon, going for whom we really need to go for. And a big mistake for JP to go chase Hate into uncharted territory na wala silang vision. So, naging problem yon, and Hate was able to get an assist because of that as well. It was just uncharacteristic for JP to go there without backup. And ang ganda naman ng sagot ng Exe doon as well.
And Execration making things count. Hate dito has the turtle and level 12 na si Hate. If you would look at the items ni Hate dito, I'm pretty sure na nakukuha niya na din yung perfect setup para sa kanya. And there is another pick of Hate dito. Man oh man, he's just going ham. And grabe yung farm ni Hate dito.
Sakit! Mga turtle pa yan. And another 2v1. Tower goes down as well. Sa bot lane, Execration ngayon. Galit na galit. Going for the hunt. Eto na si Chaknu. That was a nice try. Kung nasipa sana niya sa kabilang direction, iba sana ang magiging resulta noon. Pero still, makuha pa rin ng Exe ang Torre sa gitna.
At nagbago ang pacing ng story natin dito. Execration, they are leading. This again, kung nakikita nyo, lamang na naman sa kills ng Mpl-Ph dito. Pero in terms of gold, iba ang story.
Sila pa rin ang lumalamang.
Sila pa rin ang lumalamang. And ito yung sinasabi natin, relentless, perseverance, persistent. Ayaw nilang ibigay ng madali itong laban na to.
Sabi nga nila ni Shinbo, puso.
Puso
Pinupuso
talaga.
ng
Kumbaga
Exe.
hindi nila susukuan. Yun lang yung isang factor ng Execration na makikita mo para sa side nila na talagang gumagana. Hindi nila sinusukuan basta-basta. Pero
Grabe namang pick yun! Chaknu, boy!
Sinasabi nga natin, Chaknu, the X Factor.
The X Factor. Out of nowhere. By the way, misposition from Reed to go near that bush. Pero I guess yun yung mahirap pag you don't have heroes like Yisan Shin, Selena, or Diggy for the map control, for the vision. Talagang there's no way but to face check those pushes.
Pero kung nakikita mo naman dito, Rockard, kung paano sumasetup dito, yung side ng Execration sa loob ng gubat ng Mpl-Ph. And this could be bad for the side of Execration, pero mababa din yung buhay dito ni JP. If they can get the kill, this would be bad for the side of Mpl-Ph. Nandun sa may likod, Kilowash dito, nahuli na siya. And Execration is manning up to everyone here on the side of Mpl-Ph. Bigla na lang nag-swing yung favor pabalik sa Execration just because Hate is getting the farm that he needs.
Finally, Hate is looking better here. Aside from that turtle buff na nakuha niya kanina, going for the Lord as well. Slow and steady on the objectives. That is the name of the game right now for Execration. With a 5,000 gold lead laban sa Mpl-Ph dito sa Game 2.
But ito, Rockard, may tinatawag tayo dito. One mistake could actually cost Execration. Looking at the Gillette instant replay, look at this fight, Rockard.
It actually did look better kasi walang ibang sagot ang Aura kundi ang tumakbo dun sa posisyon na ginagawa ng Exe around their jungle area. So, this is forcing Mpl-Ph to go into weird situations and awkward positions na lumalamang sila sa laban dahil doon.
And nahuli si JP. Nahuli si JP, and that is bad for the side of Aura. They might have dropped the ball dito sa game na to, but let's see. Reed, nahuli niya si Kate na tumatalon dito habang nagbe-blazing duet, and this is really the time where Execration wants to finish this. Wala si JP, wala si Greed. This is the perfect time for them, and look at them, para silang nag-aabang dito ng bus para ilabas sila dito sa base.
Take me out.
Mpl-Ph. Pero sabi nila dito, wala nang patumpik-tumpik. Tapusin na natin to. 4 seconds habang mag-respond na si JP. And this is going to be the crucial moment of the fight. Buhay na uli si JP. There is damage output. And look at this. Chaos Darkening. It's there. Lethal counter na ba to? Rafflesia dito. Yung gilda niya kanina na sobrang bully. Ngayon, siya na ang binubuli. And man, oh man, Execration dito just rallying
Last
back.
wave.
Getting this win against the side of Mpl-Ph. Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading to a game number 3. Hindi basta-basta ang Execration.
Di basta-basta at lalaban hanggang dulo kahit na Eagles. Simula, that is Execration. Sabi nga, pinupuso talaga ang labanan. And I'll be frank, I didn't see the Ruby Veil work nung mid to late game na. Nung early game, it was doing some damage, pero nung mid to late, halata na nagiging mas mahirap na makipagsabayan dun sa talagang like, hard hitters that we have on Execration.
Execration, very capable of turning things around. Napakita nila sa atin yon. Even the Veil, the Ruby, and the Hilda setup na ginawa dito ng Mpl-Ph. It was aggressive, pero at a certain point lang, it has its limits. And ang ginawa dito ni Kate, he just turned it around with the help of his teammates na inactivate siya and just gave him time to stack up on the goal.
Yep. And the gold was all he needed. Did not need the kills, did not need anything at all. Just the gold. And it led them to a victory.
Pero alam mo sino madaming goal na natutupan? Etong solo analyst segment natin. Kasi Shinbu, madaming goal na natutupan ito. Shinbu, penge naman yan.
Madami talaga paring batters. Lagi mo kasi akong pinapahiram at pinapautang ng gold. Anyway, welcome back to this solo analyst segment. Game number 2 was won there by Execration. It was a very interesting battle. Actually, no, nakaantabay talaga ako and tinignan ko mabuti kung how will this escalate. No? Kasi it was working in favor of Mpl-Ph. Here's how. Look muna tayo into the items. No? I want to emphasize though na pwede tayo dumiretso sa resulta ng laban. Kaya din natalo, I have still very big questions on the Ruby, on the Veil, no? Yeah, I know you can answer that. And I did saw some fair share of Veil din naman doon sa competitive. But against this lineup, against this comp, no? Especially the Cho. Lalo na yung Claude, ang dali issue talaga nung Claude. You can just dance around, di ba? You can just outmaneuver this Ruby and this Veil. But it's very interesting to see and hear mula sa Mpl-Ph what is really the biggest reason why this Veil and Ruby was chosen. They're kind of the least performing players dito. Despite that supposed lead sana ng Aura, no? Bakit ko nasabi na dapat may supposed lead sana yung Aura? Maganda yung simula ng Aura dito eh. Pero may ano lang ako eh, hindi ko lang napansin na grabe na pala yung threat nila Eto Max at si Chaknu, no? Kahit hindi ganun kaganda yung kitingin ni Chaknu dito, was doing really well. And Hate, man, this is a nice headline for Hate. He is consistent. He was consistent. Now, on to the post-game, silipin natin ngayon. Let's check them out kung ano nga ba yung naging resulta nung bakit, no? Why this game turned out to be that way. So, double checking ulit. Kaya sa Sagitno, no surprise naman on Sagitno and having that blue bar up. But Hate here is really consistent. So he's not just consistent in terms of damage, he was involved with the turrets as well. Kaya naman pala mababa yung ano niya, no, yung kill count niya dito. Although he is participatory, no, pero mataas yung ano niya, yung assist niya, meaning that when he was involved onto the fights, merong mga kasama yan. But look at the damage return that he has done. Tamang trabaho lang si Hate dito. There was a lot of space na nagawa dito ni Benny Cutie, at I would dare say ni Chaknu, at kahit na naman ni Eto Max, no? Look at the damage here to turret ng Aura. That is very, very interesting. Ano, but feel na kung ano yung certain playstyle na ginawa ni Grid doon sa Changdo kanina, hindi mo talaga pwede gawin sa isang veil. Yung threat ni Kiluwash sa show niya kanina, napakalayo with this Ruby. Pero here's the thing, I keep on mentioning, maganda sana yung simula ng Aura dito. Let's look onto the minimap kasi may ginawa yung Execration dito na kakaibang rotation. They actually had the Khalid rotate here, no? Benny Cutie rotate here. Then, went from here. Tapos, ang ganda rin ng rotation ng Balmont. He actually went here, no? So, we have Sagitnu, we have Benny Cutie here. Tapos, the rest of the members ng Execration, pumunta rin dito sa may blue buff. So, let's mark that E. Nag-respond yung ano dyan. Nag-respond yung, sorry, taguin ko lang yung kulay ng ano natin, ng ating pointer. Let's make that blue. Nag-respond yung Execration dito. They actually fought here, no? Lumapit yung Execration dito, and it was a won by Execration. Habang si Hate was just farming here. Bottom line, with that kind of setup, yung magandang plano sana ng Execration for that map was foiled kasi ang pinangkuha nila ng buff dito was of a Balmond, no? Now, the thing about Balmond, so dito, na-secure na ng Aura, no? Na-secure na ng Aura yung buff nila. So, walang nakuha yung Execration dito. The problem about Balmond, after ng Aura dito, rotate sila dito, tapos pinatulan din yung Balmond. Naabutan pa nila yung Balmond. Na 4-member kill nila yung Balmond dito. Kasi yung Balmond, ang bagal kumuha nung Fiend. Ikot-ikot lang yon mga tol. And the thing about nung ikot ng Balmond, it is a massive AoE damage dealing skill. Pero pag inobserbahan mo mabuti yung damage per second niya, hindi talaga ganun kataas. The idea for Balmond is to actually get the wave clear. Not so efficient actually in getting the buff. Kung times yun, baka mas mabilis pa. And yun, the biggest headline for that is those kills na involve si Raflesia. By the 3-minute mark, meron na kaagad si Raflesia buff. Let's move on to the highlights of the game. Makikita nyo actually kung gaano ka-impactful si Raflesia dito. Yan, first blood, and even the first 4 kills of the game ay involve si Raflesia. That is just 3 minutes, 40 seconds, 4 stacks na kaagad si Raflesia. Very, very clear threat. At umabot pa tayo ng hanggang sa 5-minute 20-second mark that Raflesia has 6 stacks. Technically, dadaanan niya na lang at sasampalin kahit sinong member ng Execration dito at sisigaw nyo ng aray. Ang problema, the moment na nagpa-pop up na si Raflesia, kulang yung follow-up para sa kanya. Hindi ganun ka-evident. And with all these things that I've mentioned, si Hate nag-farm, nagpupush, kumuha ng objective. And the moment that he joined the party, that he joined the fight, he was impactful. Napakalaki ng contribution ni Hate to the point that Mpl-Ph did respect that. There's a lot of pressure mula doon kay Hate at nag-aantay sila makakuha sana ng pagkakamali mula dito sa Execration. Clearly malayo doon sa composition ng Mpl-Ph kanina na maraming crowd control, na maraming side lane pressure, and even backline skill, no? Yes, you got the veil, but clearly malayo sa isang Changdo. And that is the winner para sa side ng Execration with our MVP onto Hate. I'm very, very happy onto this one. It's also consistency para kay Hate dito. I made my own analysis regarding Hate, and isa sa mga problem ni Hate dito was of his consistency, no? If he is compared to the likes of H2 and other cores. But this is really good. This is really good. The KDA 207, I actually like that. That means focus pa rin, no? No deaths on the core is always good. Turret damage, yan. Building damage, very, very big. Kahit huwag na natin i-account yung well, mataas din yung damage death niya, pero building damage, totally okay. So, yeah, kailan ba feel na may pagkaluwag-luwag yung approach doon ng Mpl-Ph against Execration? But you don't want to give that to Execration. They'd happily take it and they'd take it in style. Now, let's see what will happen to this game number 3. Pero usapang MPL muna tayo. Bren pa rin ang malakas, mga kaibigan. Still unstoppable at their current form. Anong mga teams? Sino mga teams ang may chance na talunin sila? Ibigay niyo sa amin mga insights nyo, you got a chance to win 296 diamonds worth na skin. Kay Ian Rex Espinosa, ang koponan na makakatalo sa Bren Esports ay ang Team Onyx dahil natalo na sila nung una nilang paghahanap sa week 1 at sure akong paghahandaan na nila Ma'am Shiz ang Bren. Ano? I love the support pero I think wala na yung hatang chance na mangyari yun because yesterday is actually the Onyx and Bren matchup na nalo yung Bren. We also have Edward Vinaraw. Ang koponan na makakatalo sa Bren Esports ay ang Mpl-Ph dahil maayos at maganda ang team chemistry nila. Pwede sana sa banggitin kahapon, pero medyo late na sa balita mga kaibigan. Still, love the support. Of course, on our third entry, we have Luis James Pascual. Actually, pwede sila magharap pa pala sa playoffs. That could be one. Ang koponan na makakatalo sa Bren Esports ay ang Mpl-Ph dahil isa sila sa team na magandang teamwork at may tiwala sila sa isa't isa. Trust, as always, very, very important. So, sige. Ito ang mga codes natin. Kunin nyo na rin yan, mga tol. That is our giveaway code. Lots of goodies coming in from MLBB. Ang pwede nyo makuha once you've input that. May bonus code pa tayong kasama dyan. Siyempre, dahil na-achieve natin yung ating target na 10,000 raffle entries mula doon sa ating mythical raffle draw. Maraming salamat sa suporta nyo, mga tol. Always appreciated. Siyempre, yun ang ating mythical raffle draw. Check out this link. It's at bit.ly/mrd-w6. That is the week 6 form. Pwede nyo na fill upan ngayon para next week may maganda kayong bigayan mula sa amin. Mythical raffle draw. Avail of that 5 forms sa buong regular season natin at magka-qualify kayo para doon sa ating grand mythical raffle draw na hindi lang basta-basta skin ang prizes. I won't hold you back, mga tol. This is our last game, definitely, for the night. So let's absorb it. Let's enjoy it, and let's make the most of it. Execration and NXP, let's go!
At medyo pang horror yung ending shift. Pero that's totally fine. Hindi ko din alam kung paano sasagutin yun sa totoo lang. Pero maraming salamat, Shinbu, for the analysis. I do agree. It was all about the timing. It was all about hate. Giving hate time para ma-unleash niya yung full potential ng hero na gamit niya.
And it was not about explosiveness. It's not about being showboaty na, triple kill, quadra, parang ganun, or ano, diba? It's not maniac, it's not savage. It is a 207 on that plot, and it did the job para sa Execration.
Remember guys, it's all about consistency at times. You don't really have to showboat and get a lot of kills.
Yeah.
Para sabihin lang talaga na, alam mo yun, kaya mong i-carry yung team mo. It's not all about that. But the thing is, being the best teammate or being the best player
teammate.
para doon sa certain moment na yun, I think that's what really matters. Kasi, remember, this is still a 5v5 game. And pinakita yun sa atin ng side ng Execration. Tiwala. Men, nagkakaroon sila ng problema. Ang ginawa dito, sige lang, i-weather lang natin. Antayin natin si Hate. Pagka si Hate, sumabog, magkakaroon ng problema.
And aside from hate,
That's what happened.
by the way, aside from hate, parang feeling ko nakakalimutan natin yung mga sipang napakalupit ni Chaka.
Oo!
Ewan ko parang hindi mangyayari yun kung hindi natin napansin yung mga movements na ginagawa ni Chaka. Yung napakagandang timing and pick off.
Yung yung mga setup niya,
Nag-out of nowhere.
yung mga setup niya kay Grid, and yung mga sipa na yon, that actually caused a lot of delay.
Ang tagal na delay nun.
Grabe
Oo.
yung binigay na espasyo dito ng
Wala
other
talaga.
members Execration.
The rest of the team is
si
great.
Benny,
Yeah.
si Sagitno, si Chakno, tsaka si Eto Max. Binigyan nila ng espasyo talaga ng todo sa Hate. So, that converted it into a win or a PH dito. Man oh man, this could go both ways. And without a Digi strategy katulad nung last time,
Paano na, di ba?
hindi na secure dito ng Aura PH yung first game. That could have been a 2-0 if it was the same setup.
hindi nila makiyeso with the DD anymore.
Pero hindi na, nakita na ng Execration
Nakita na
eh.
They
Nakita
are-
na ng Execration.
For sure, natuto na din yung Execration from the very good victory that Mpl-Ph had with them previously. And itong rematch nila, it's looking better definitely for Execration. Now, we will need to focus on this draft for Game 3, mga kaibigan. It has been a long night. Hopefully, you guys are still good. Kasi for sure, you will be very excited to find out kung mako-complete ba ng Execration ang bawi laban sa Aura, or will Aura solidify that their win rate is definitely something that you have to be scared of.
Surprisingly, Mpl-Ph, binan na nila yung joke. Ayaw nila mabigay yung side ng Execration. Nakita nila yung
Nakita na
potential
nila
impact.
no? It is interesting.
Ano mo na lang, kumbaga, tanggalin mo na lang ang lakas ng impact eh.
Yeah, the impact is just ramdam na ramdam. It wasn't evident until later stages of the game where Chakno is hindi na siya masyadong napapansin until you find it. Pero I feel like they could still use it though. Kiluash's show nung first game was beautiful. That was just one of the trademark na talagang, alam mo yung kahit sinong hero, pag binigay mo kay Kiluash, nagiging split pusher, nagbibuild ng nagbibuild nung, ano yun? The item that adds, and ano ka pa yun?
Ano yun? Adds
Okay,
ano?
kaya natin yan.
Adds
Mamaya, yung may physical penetration tsaka yung basag ng tore. Malefic Roar yun.
Oh.
Keep forgetting that beautiful name.
Hindi kasi,
So,
well, hindi naman talaga usually kasi kinukuha yun.
usually talaga, kasi bihirang-bihira yun. And si Kiluash binibuild sa mga hira na tulad. So it's like,
Ay, kasi-
it's funny to watch. For the tower taking, di
Gusto
ba?
niya talaga yung tower take
Oo.
eh. As long as yung tower take na yun, nag-stack yung holy fast, tsaka yun eh.
Tsaka yung percent damage nung nung
Oo.
Malefic Roar, tsaka yung...
Hoy!
Si Lina na open! Yun ang bakit hindi natin napansin. And the Hilda though.
And it's because of the Selena. It's because of the Digi Bandit.
The Digiband, no? They want that vision. And obviously, Mpl-Ph, mas komportable sila with heroes that provide the vision. Like the Selena, like the Digi, and as well as the Isanshin, which was
Okay.
not evident this time.
So, naniniwala ako na one way to beat the Selena is to
Uh-huh.
be aware of your surroundings. Kasi may times, babatalan ng pana.
Awareness
you
pa
don't
ulit
expect-
tayo.
you don't,
Awareness ulit.
you don't expect it. Tatamaan ka. Then that means
Time to Facebook.
time to
Pag tumama yun ng
time to
taga-
Facebook, time to TikTok.
TikTok ko muna,
Oo.
sandali. Diba?
Pero kasi, once na aware ka at na-control mo agad yung mapa dito for the side of Execration, there's a big chance na hindi mag-online yung Selena. Pero kasi, may bola kasi
Ayan
ang
na nga.
Selena eh. Kaya kasi ng Selena at makatama lang ng isang magandang pana, mag-iiba na yung complexion ng laro eh.
We'll see if that's gonna happen here. Because Mpl-Ph definitely comfort at vision. Ayan na, nakuha na naman nila ulit ang Isanshin. Uranus, I'm surprised this wasn't banned out. Now, Betty Cutie will be locking in that for hate. And nagsisimula nang maging komportable ang Execration dito sa Claude na ito.
Okay, so sinabi natin kanina na Hilda is one of those heroes na aggressive. Nung nakita nila yung Selena dito onto the side of Mpl-Ph, sabi ng Execration, kunin natin yung Selena
Sige.
tsaka yung Khalid.
Yep.
Ilaban natin yung jungle control.
Harapan.
Harapan,
Oo,
invade
harapan.
natin sila. Bigyan natin sila agad ng pressure para hindi sila makapag-setup. Kasi ito pa rin yung kailangan mo alalahanin dyan eh. Na kapag ka nag-set ng trap si Selena papunta doon sa base, sa jungle mo, pwede mo siyang parusahan ng palo galing kay Hilda.
Exactly. So, the problem there as well is, sa early game, kaya nilang mangmahama, kaya nilang mang-invade dito, Execration using that Hilda. And I think expected na yun dapat ng Mpl-Ph. It's the time where the Selena is most vulnerable, di ba? The moment you don't have your all of your skills yet. So, expect that, and not to mention, they will also, you know, Execration will need to draft a lineup that can once again buy time lang para dito kay Hate on the Claude.
Yeah. Ngayon, ang tanong ko dito, ano kayang setup yung gagawin ng Mpl-Ph dito panimula? I know that this is going to be the support Selena.
For sure.
Yes. It's a great hero, bibigay talaga nila kay Creed yan. Pero ano kaya yung gagawin na panimula ni Creed? Kasi may mga Selena na nandun sa may middle lane agad. May mga Selena na sinisecure agad yung blue buff, yung purple buff para dun sa funnel nila, sa hyper carry nila. And that's what I'm interested about. Kasi gusto ko malaman kung paano mag-react ng Execration. Kasi may mga times na may nakita tayong games na tinatapakan yung mga traps na siniset up dun sa purple buff area bago pa lumabas yung mga monsters.
That's true.
Just to not give out
Counter
yung
lang,
early,
no?
yung early na pagkuha or yung early damage doon sa buy buff na yun.
Yeah, mapabagal lang yung
Mapabagal
yung
lang,
take
ah.
ng big guns, and I think that makes sense. Now, they are looking for heroes na medyo hindi din basta-bastang matitake down nitong Selena apparently, which is the Jawhead. Expect that onto Chapno once more. Was not good on game 1, pero this time around should be better considering na hindi ganun kalakas yung early game threats ng Mpl-Ph.
Alam na Execration dito na hindi na sila pwede mag-keep away game. Kumbaga yung didistansya lang sila, tapos poke-poke lang. Hindi pwede na, papansin mo yung ginagawa nila ngayon, pasugod lahat.
Pambraso.
Pambraso, kasi
Expect pati yung Claude na to, for sure, didikit to eh, no?
kailangan nila brasuhin dito yung Mpl-Ph. And dun yung tingin kong magkakaroon ng point of adjustment ng Mpl-Ph. Yung pambabraso na gagawin nito Execration. And they get the high-loss. Sige lang,
Sabayan tayo sa harap.
sabayan tayo sa
Let's
braso.
go. It's a Royal Rumble.
Sa Royal Rumble and tatlong melee ang meron dito ang side ng Execration. That's the time where Alice will really shine.
Yep, super slow plus life steal for days. And now it will be another Lunox game. So, very interesting draft here coming from both teams. May kanya-kanyang kondisyones para manalo. I think na mas komportable yung Exe dito sa lineup na to. It looks like an Execration lineup and it looks like it will do great in early to mid game. I'm not sure about the late game though, pero for sure si Hate naman ang sasagot doon. Mamaya naman dito sa Mpl-Ph, these are very highly contested heroes. The Selena, the Uranus. I think this, from pure firepower, they should have an advantage.
Ako, naniniwala ako dito na ang nangyari for the side of Execration, pinalakas lang nila yung supporting cast dito para kay Claude. Kumbaga, hindi dapat makakuha ng magandang early game yung Selena dito. Dito sa side ng Mpl-Ph, ang ginawa lang nila, they got the Selena, pero yung hugging capability na ginagawa dito ng lineup ng Execration, medyo tinanggal lang nila with a high loss.
Yep. Or at least pinalambot man lang. Pinahirapan lang nila konti yung Execration na lumapit.
Tinan mo sila, Chuck, no? Alam nila
Laban
na
agad,
yung
oh.
pinakaunang
Tapak
gagawin
sa
nila.
trap.
Kita mo, tinatapakan nila yung trap
Sakribisyong
so
tupa.
that hindi mauunahan dito ng Mpl-Ph yung pagkuha ng Execration ng purple buff. And that means, kasi kapag nauna ka, rotation-wise, mas mauuna kayong makaikot dun sa mga jungle monsters at mas mauuna mag-level 4 agad dito sa JP.
Magkakaroon ng threat, kumbaga. Magkakaroon ng threat na magkaroon na early gank. So because of that, the traps are actually a big deal. Kung hindi nyo babansin, sasabihin nila ng mga tao, trap lang naman yan eh. Ano ba naman? Isa dalawang trap lang yan. Pero it does make a big difference in the DPS of the Selena.
And yung Claude dito tinamaan, and this is the capability of the Selena.
Yun na nga yun. Sinasabi mo pa kanina pa paulit-ulit, one good arrow can do a lot of things.
One good arrow can do a
Madami-daming
lot of
bagay.
things. And sa Gitno, going 1v1 against Kilowash dito, wala pa siya sa mga levels niya. So sa Gitno dito, yung high-end rain niya and yung innate dueling capability ng isang Jawhead, nagamit niya to his advantage.
Maximum effort there.
May ginagawa ni KLBJ dito. Minamaso siya ni ano.
Mahirap ah. Hirap siya. Ito yung braso lineup.
Braso lang talaga.
Ito na yun. And it's working. It's working for Execration in the early game. Now, they will need to keep this up. Kasi ang kalaban nila dito is yung farming time ni JP naman. And JP is known to just pop off pag napawayaan. Which is happening right now.
Pero kasi, eto lang marksman laban pa rin tayo dito eh. So kung sino yung pinakaunang makakuha siguro ng dalawang items, I feel we'll have a certain advantage. Agad-agad dito for the side of both teams. Kung sino yung unang marksman na ma-enable. Pero sa gitno tinamaan ng pana. And
Pana is real.
Pana is real.
That's it.
At tinamatan ng pan! Bingo!
Is a bingo. Ano yun 2 in a row. Ay, sino?
Sabi ni Shane, ba't tumuturo sa amin parang pana yan? Wala naman.
Excuse me, Kuya Shinbu. Hindi ganyan. Iba.
Ay! Tinamaan na naman! Naku po!
What is happening? It's a triple. Kung ganyan. Baloy!
Kuya Baloy! Hoy, hoy, Baloy!
Hoy, hoy, Baloy!
Grabe ginagawa dito ng Selena talaga. Kaya you don't really give out, you don't see teams give out the Selena nang basta lang.
That's true. Ito na yun. This is a perfect statement game as a reason why you should ban out the Selena if you're not prepared to do it. Pero to be honest akala ko yung lineup naman ng Excel kaya naman mag-Selena eh. Kasi medyo tangi yung karamihan ng miyembro nila. Pero they're showing na may kakaibang ginagawa ang Aura dito na sobrang sakit ng Selena ni Creed. Kahit walang items, kahit walang buffs.
And sa totoo lang, yung mga panang yun, at times parang hindi mo na nila-expect yun eh.
Kahit yung kalaban nga hindi na-expect.
Oo.
Kaya nga tumama. Which is, tingin ko dumadaan ba to sa mga grass? Gusto ko panoodin mamaya sa replay. Pero right now, ang kaya panoodin is very cute. He tried to save his life na hindi naman niya kaya with a chase from LBJ.
Okay, so tingnan natin dito yung mga magagawa ng Execration para kahit papano mapigilan yung ginagawa dito ng Mpl-Ph. Mpl-Ph, clearly, they're actually winning the early game tempo. Kung nakikita mo doon yung Execration, this is a good start kasi si Hilda, si Chaknu, pumunta doon sa orange buff ng kalaban.
Tama.
So, inagaw nila yon kay Yison Shin, and that is going to, sabihin na lang natin, magkakaroon ng onting pag-lessen sa damage dito na ginagawa ni JP.
But still, I mean, JP is happy with just getting these side lanes and side minions. And nakuha din niya yung kanyang turtle buff. So, Mountain Shocker is going to hurt a lot as well. And I feel like Orange Buff na lang unang kaya na niyang makapagpersohan right now with almost every member of the Execration.
You know what, Rockheart? There's a lot of things na kailangan ayusin ng Execration if they want to win this. This isn't a lost cause
Not
for
yet.
them naman.
Not yet.
As long as hindi na sila matamaan ng mga pana na binabato dito ni Creed katulad nito. And it's really the pacing ng Mpl-Ph dito na gumulat sa side ng Execration.
Speaking of gulat, the damage output from one skill of Kiluash. Of course, the battle up is real here mula sa miyembro ng Execration. Eto Mac going hard on the chase. Kiluash goes down as well. Creed, you are in danger. Ejector out of the way. And looks like JP will be able to clean it up in the end. 2 kills and a tower para sa Mpl-Ph.
Chakno dito, stepping on the trap. And Benny and KLBJ having a bit of a scuffle. Medyo nagkakaroon ng away dito. And look at this, pareho sila nag-sustain sa isa't isa.
Yup, kanya. Oo nga, no?
Usually,
That's funny. Revolution though with a great stun, locked in by JP. The damage is read mula sa Yisan Shin ng Mpl-Ph. Ngayon naman, ang Execration will need to catch up on the Gillette replay here. Muntikan na. Ang daming muntikan here. Muntikan na mabuhay si Kiluash. Muntikan ng madali si Creed with the ejector. And the small moves are really making the biggest impact dito mula sa ating Gillette Instant Replay hashtag ShadeDay.
and ito yung tinatawag nating domino effect, Rockheart, na dahil lang sa isang pana, dumire-diretso na yung pag-snowball dito ng Mpl-Ph. Binabangga na lang talaga nila literal lahat ng pwede manggay dito onto the side of Execration. And ang na-enable talaga kasi si JP. Legendary na si JP ngayon.
Legendary, 6
And-
minutes, 14-3.
And ikaw, isipin mo you're a funnel hyper carry. You're a funneled hyper carry. And you really want to, deal as much damage as possible. You cannot have a better position than this na ina-experience kayo ni JP.
That's
And in the
true.
hands of a capable carry, hindi magbabackdown si JP. Sige.
So what's the counterplay here? Ano ba ang kailangan gawin ng Execration para mabuhay dito?
Just use your innate pick-off capability. Katulad nito, pilitin
Ayan,
mo
oh.
sila lumaban
Yun
sa
ba
mga
yun?
ganitong areas. Pero kasi masyado talaga mataas yung damage output ni JP dito. At least delay the game. Let hate find ways to farm. At kunin mo yung attention dito ng Mpl-Ph na hindi kayo matitake down or cut yung losses nyo to a minimal.
Yep. Problem is, again, ang hirap din iwasan ng mga traps and pana din ni Greed. Kaya, I don't know, man. Nagiging Jumongski na si Kuya Greed dito. 307 on the Selena. And so far, they're just waiting for the turtle, probably for another close-up here. This is getting more difficult by the minute here para sa Execration.
Hindi release. At itong Mpl-Ph, hindi sila titigil sa pagiging aggressive eh. Alam na natin to from their side na tuloy lang to. Map control is their game. ganito sila manalo. Execration naman, kailangan lang nila maging patient.
Yep, just be patient. Just know that you can do this if you can clear the wave, which is I think they're having problems right now kasi lumalaban sila sa ilalim ng torre bot.
Ito naman yung ginagawa ni Kiluwash dito. Hugging out, ito si Claude. The arrow is there. Hate dito. Kamuntikan tamaan. Pero very cutie.
Binibait niya, man.
Alam mo yun, napatakbo siya onto the wrong side of the map. Talaga kinukuha na lang nila yung attention dito ng Mpl-Ph. Ang ginagawa nila, pinupush back nila yung wave. Ayaw nila talaga magbigay dito ng third turret. But they have to bow down. Etong isang to. Kasi hindi na nga talaga sila makakahabol doon. And at this point in time, look at the gold lead. 9K halos.
9K at 8 minutes. That is not easy to recover from. And I think gusto nang tapusin agad ng Mpl-Ph ang laban na to. Going for a lot of kills. 2 members remaining para sa Execration. Sa Gito, will he be able to save it? I don't think
Man,
so.
oh man.
And the Maniac.
That's going to be a maniac wipeout execution dito. They will lose the series in JP. They're having a bit of fun. And now medyo nasobrahan.
Nawala
Nasobrahan.
Wala yung minions. Jackno with the flicker in onto JV para lang mabawasan ng konti ang kanyang buhay. Pero looks like that's gonna be a 2-1 victory mula sa Mpl-Ph over Execration.
You do not give the Selena to Mpl-Ph.
That's Selena. My gosh.
Let this be a lesson para sa mga makakalaban pa ng Mpl-Ph. You cannot give out to Selena na to.
This is too much. That was too much, man.
Game number 2 looked really promising for the side of Execration. Ang daming ways para mapanalo lang game number 3. But just giving out the Selena ng game number 3 costed them the whole series.
Kalain. That was, oh my god. And there you go, ladies and gents. That's the reason why the Selena always gets banned out. Alam mo, games like that happen.
Ramdam ko na yung solo panelist segment natin, sasabihin na naman yan na Selena
Sobrang
niya
proud
yun
niya eh. Sobrang proud eh. Kita mo na yung, kita mo na yung smile niya eh, sa
Oo.
likod.
Sa sobrang hype nga, nagubad na nga din ng quote.
Mainit daw, mainit.
Mainit. Pero alam mo, it is about the map control. It is about
It
the
is.
capability of the Selena. Nakikita nyo kung gaano ka-effective yung Selena. Kasi sa totoo lang, yung pana na yun, kapag binato mo yun from a long distance, you can initiate without the risk of getting caught.
Yes. And again, mag-Facebook ka na pag tumamaya ng max range. Talagang everything. You know? So a very good game there for Mpl-Ph, pero it was not as clean as some people would think. Execration really fighting back each and every turn. Even in that game, it looked like tama yung plano ng Execration. They looked like they drafted well. Pero it just goes to show one pick can really change the flow of the game.
Mpl-Ph still looking strong with that Selena. You do not give that to them, and there's a reason why kung bakit tinatanggal talaga yan ngayon ng ibang teams. But then again, we have to throw it to Shinbu para sa kanyang final thoughts dito sa series na to. Shinbu, take it away.
Grabe! Ang lakas! Ang lakas nung Selena, di ba? Very, very strong performance there on grid on that Selena. And again, narinig nyo na to, pero let me just repeat that again. There is a very good reason why the Selena is, if not the most banned, no, one of the most banned heroes, probably the most banned support ng ating regular season. Welcome back dito sa ating solo analyst segment at maraming salamat syempre sa ating mga batikan na shoutcasters. Game number 3, easily wonder by Aura versus Execration. It is Aura. Okay, let's get into the items. Makikita nyo actually yung performance rating dito ni Chaknu. I think it is very reflected. That is not just bronze performance, but that is actually a 3.0 performance rating on the Hilda. I just want to emphasize, this is very, very important yung style, no? Ewan ko nakikita nyo yung mabuti. Pero very, very important yung playstyle talaga in accounting for the strength of your team. And there are a lot of picks ngayon para kay Chakno na hindi talaga pasok sa playstyle niya. Actually, kung gusto mo ng madaling formula para maintindihan yung playstyle ni Chakno, I think it's crowd control. Durability plus crowd control. Akai, Atlas, and kanina yung Cho. Very, very stellar. This is totally different. Itong nangyari sa Hilda niya. Just look at that item. Walang first core item. Silencer, Room, tapos Ares Bell, hindi nakarating sa Athena Shield. And I do understand this. Chakno is still a very strong player. Meron lang talaga tayong playstyle. And those playstyle, I think, kapag nakuha mo yung certain playstyle mo, it will enable you. Whereas sa kabilang dako naman, this is playstyle enabled. Laging nakaban ang Selena, kaya nga hindi napipili yun ni Grid. Pero once that is freed up, no, once makuha mo yung comfort pick mo talaga, you will shine bright like a diamonds. There is, I think, around 6 halos na consecutive kills na involved si Grid dito, majority of which, if not all, ay tinamaan ng arrow niya. I think we have 3 arrows hit streak on Grid here by the early game. And that is stellar. Nagsimula yung game, naka 0-2 rin si Hate. Napakalaking disablement yon para sa Execration dito. And very early lead there for Grid. Uminit yung kamay ni Grid talaga dito. And of course, the rest of the members here were able to cash in very easy. You get a 15-0 here for JP. Very, very stellar. If you look into the post-game stats actually ng mga players natin, kitang-kita nyo talaga kung gano'ng one-sided itong series na to. At lamang na lamang yung bars dito ng mga taga-Oroy. They just left the push actually towards JP here in terms of turret damage. In terms of damage dealt, hindi naman ganun talaga kataas yung damage dealt ni, well, second to JP dito. Pero alam mo yun, just because of the stun of the Selena, you can get those early leads and it escalates very, very quick. Lalo pa kung nakarating sa isang 15-0-4 na YSS. Kahit nga below 10 kills yan, basta above 5 kills even in this kind of timer, it's too much already. Talagang yung mga last set of kills dyan, parang in-encash na lang ng Mpl-Ph. Whereas, Chakno here, on the Hilda, he did soak up a good amount of damage there. 55,000. But if you look into the smart highlights of the game, mapapansin mo talaga kung gaano ka conservative or saving yung playstyle dito actually ni Chakno. Hindi siya basta-basta pumapasok katulad ni Raflesia. I'm not so sure if kung ano yung nasa mindset dito ni Chakno. Pero I would dare say na kung ibang hero to, kung ito yung mga heroes na kinasanayan ni Chakno, iba siguro yung sitwasyon. And look at that. This is just 2-minute mark. And that is of course some early kills na nga din na nakuha na ni Grid. That is the third one, 3-0-4. He was very early on the items. I think by the 4-minute or 5-minute mark, he is on his way on building the Clock of Destiny. Medyo mahal na item yon. Pero by the later minute yata, dumiretso na siya sa Calamity Reaper. Kasi lista mo na Ginong Valdez, talagang panalo na. And this was a massive play there by Grid. I just want to highlight that na nakakuha ng dashes si Grid kay Sagitno kasi tinamaan din si Sagitno ng araw kanina. Kaya naman meron siyang stacks ni Selena dito. And that's why mapapansin nyo na mas maraming dashes si Grid doon kahit walang tinamaan ng traps. So able to make an outplay. Makes it awkward for Execration to catch him. And pumalo up na lang din yung mga members dito ng Mpl-Ph. No sugarcoating. It is a one-sided game. But that is still a very, very strong performance there by Grid on that Selena. Bihira natin makita yun. MVP of the game though would be onto JP. The kill, the KDA is just too much to ignore. That's 15-0-4 for his running KDA, ladies and gentlemen. Damage dealt to heroes as well sits at 69,485. Although masyadong assuming, mga tol, na sinabi ko kanina na the basic condition here for Mpl-Ph is because they are strong, no? Pero siguro, mahaba itong isusulat ko. Ang gusto kong i-emphasize dito is playing, okay, according to strength. Okay, very, very important. No? So,